like most people, my Wii U desperately needs to be dusted off. But unlike most people, I'm going to make it so my Wii U uses USB-C power delivery to power the whole console. And if you want to, you can follow along with me. Do it yourself because you can buy this little mod from Giltessa, which I'll have linked down below. Like pretty much every USB-C mod I do comes from Giltessa. This does say Nintendo Wii on it, but it works for the Wii, Wii Mini, and Wii U. You just gotta install it slightly differently. If you haven't seen my past videos, I'm going to tear this down, rip out the plug that looks a lot like this, but this is the Wii one, and install this little board with this 3D printed cutout. It's supposed to just slide in there. There we go. And then it'll just be in there like that. Bing, bang, boom. We'll have USB-C for power and HDMI for video. Sound good? Cool. If you buy this yourself, you can scan this QR code. It will take you to the listing for it. And then you can scroll down all the way to documentation. Click on that. You'll download the PDF. And then you can open it up here. And this is where I have it at because that's really the only thing that I need to know to reference this whole thing. But also, I am going to need to reference a teardown guide most likely. So unfortunately, I'll have to look at iFixit's teardown because I don't really care for a lot of iFixit's teardowns. They're not the best, but I've never torn down a Wii U before, so gonna have to reference it. Well, I know where to start for sure. It's with the battery, which Wii U's not that old, so probably don't need to replace it. But I am assuming that there's going to be something under here to where we're going to need to replace this. Oh, this is a launch model. Cool. Just like the Wii, you can look in here to see what board revision it is, and mine says 01. So it's a launch model. I don't know if that's good or bad. See, this is what I'm talking about. They say hidden screws won't keep us out. Some quick sticker removal and turn of the screwdriver free the top case. Okay, do you want to show more than just the one? No, you're just gonna say, oh, there's hidden screws. Have fun. Like, yeah, I can probably figure out that all three of these squares are just harboring screws like criminals, but it'd be nice to know where all of them are and how many of them actually are harboring screws. And it'd be nice if I could actually get under them easily without scratching it up. But that's going to be impossible. Using my tweezers does not work very well, but apparently my fingernail works pretty good. No, at least it did on the first one. Well, that's nice. Some of the black just comes off on those. I have a feeling I'm not going to be putting these stickers back on when I'm done. Oh, considering I just went and poked a hole through that one, probably not. I mean, this is the downside anyways, so. Oh man, and then you just put a giant gash in your console. Did I even need to do this one? Is there even a screw under here? Yep, there is. Tri-wing. I'm just gonna start poking them all, popping them out, because this is already frustrating me. Thanks, Nintendo. Is there one under here? I hope not. That's just the cutout. There may have been a sticker there some lifetime ago. It looks like we've got more screw covers over here. Is that it? Do we have any on the back or on the top, on the front, on the side? No. Okay. We've got one, a two, a three Phillips screws holding this top cover on. Oh, we slide it back and lift. Okay, to reveal more screws, more hidden screws. All right. And then these two are also Phillips. So we will unscrew that and apparently take the whole bit with me and unscrew that. Those are two different size screws, by the way, at the bottom. And then these are tri-wing, and they're a Y1 at that. So we can unscrew that and that. And then we can unscrew these that are huge along the top. Shnikes. I've never seen such big screws. I'm just gonna put them there because I think I'm gonna remember where those go. This should be able to slide off now. Maybe. A little scared. Okay, the front panel doesn't come off yet. So we should be able to lift, have it like this, and lift up. Maybe. Oh, Apparently I missed this screw somehow. Now we can lift that up. And I'm assuming slide it out. Rubber feet were stuck there, but that came out somewhat nicely. Little fan grill. It's pretty dusty, and it looks like we have a crap ton of screws to remove, just like the Wii. Looks like they didn't learn anything from making the Wii. Is there any way? No, of course it's all covered by shielding. Dang it. I was like, is there any way that I could just desolder it from here? Not really. We're gonna have to take this whole freaking thing apart. Nice. All right, we can swap back to the Phillips bit probably for the rest of this video. We might have to swap between like a smaller Phillips bit, but I'm gonna, what the I only need a bigger Phillips bit to unscrew this. Those two screws will remove the front plate, but be careful because we need to lift this up so we can remove the ribbon cable, and then we can remove this. Cool. Then we should be able to just remove all of these screws along the edge and remove a bunch of stuff. I'm going to start with, well, actually, it looks like we're going to have to, yeah, this teardown sucks. It doesn't show you a single screw location. I hate iFixit, dude. They honestly just kind of suck. Okay. Let's remove the disk drive by, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think I have to remove these 4 black Phillips screws that are back to a Phillips 0 bit. Then we should be able to carefully lift this and lift this latch up so we can remove the drive, and we're good. Okay. From here, we should be able to just remove like every screw we see. So I'm just going to do that and then carefully place it along the mat over here in the general area where I found them. These are probably going to be all Phillips 1 bits. So there you go. There's the bottom board. This looks very much like a Wii board. And I'm going to leave everything else the same because all we need to mess with is this little port right here. Well, I guess I should probably remove this shielding. And that's the whole Wii board right there. That only took 25 minutes to disassemble. And I'm going to turn this bad boy up to 330 degrees Celsius. I'm going to put some flux down on both of those. I'm going to put my tweezers in the port here, and then I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on my tweezers, not too much. There is a lot of space between the bottom of the mat or the top of the mat and the console. So theoretically, I can put a little pressure on this and heat up both of these pins and reflow that solder till it's all nice and gooey, and boom, it just drops out like that. Super simple. Then I can take my solder wick and remove the old solder eventually. There we go. And our port is removed. Now we can get out our board and take it back out of the 3D print here. And by default, he has it set up for the Wii, not the Wii U. So I'm going to clean up my iron and I'm going to put some more flux down, unbridge that, but then I'm going to add some solder so I bridge those 2 pins. There we go. Then for the Wii U, we are going to stick the straight pins through these 2 holes here. And then I'm going to put some flux down on both of those and then solder that down and solder that down. It's a little crooked, but that's fine. I will try and fix it though. Now it's flat and straight up and down. It's closer to perpendicular at least. From here, we can get our board back out. I'm gonna flip it this way for a second, and I'm gonna get the print back out, slot our board in like that. Then we should be able to stick it in these 2 holes. And then it should make it so the print lines up with the holes in the motherboard. And then we don't really have to do anything to keep it held in. It's just suspended in air there. And I'm going to add some solder to this pin and then add some solder to that pin. And then the key thing here, we're done soldering, by the way. But the key thing here that I forgot to do on the Wii version of this is trim those long freaking pins off so we don't short anything. And I'm actually going to clean this up and just be on the safe side. I'm going to put a little strip of Kapton tape down over the top of this because I really do not want it shorting, and I didn't apparently dab up all the alcohol, so it's not wanting to stick. It still doesn't really want to stick. But that's all right, as long as it doesn't go away. It's fine. These pins here should be fine. Shouldn't need to trim them down, but I think we do need to trim off the posts that are supposed to be for the Wii version, because I think it might get in the way of the shielding and stuff when we put it all back together. But for all intents and purposes, it is installed. So what I'm going to do right now is I am going to plug in the disk drive front panel thing, and we can zoom out for this. Plug that in so we can get the indicator light. And then I am going to plug it in just to see if we get a light. Oh, and we do get a power light. Cool. For some reason, it's iffy. I don't know if I don't have this in properly or not, but it's like going in and out. But that's all right. Hopefully, it just works later. I'm not going to turn it on until later because I don't want to, in case it ruins my soft mod on it. Okay. From here, I need to figure out how the heck we put this back together. I'm also kind of very tempted to just do the time lapse of this and say you're on your own, kid, because that's kind of what I did to put it together. So yeah, I'm just gonna say you're on your own, kid, and I'm going to make this time lapse. Sorry. Now my Wii U is complete. We have USB-C for power. The HDMI is stock, thank God, and I can go just slot this back into its old position. But with this USB-C cable powering it, because look at that red LED. If I remember to, I will add a clip right now of it in my living room, set up and working, at least on the Wii menu. And yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like and let me know which console I should USB-C mod next. Bye.